We're back. George Carlin has just received his third gold album for the title of one album called Occupation Fool, and his new one should be coming out in a few weeks, beginning the 18th of February. And the 26th, he'll be doing a Midwest and Midwest Canadian concert tour, and then he's going to come back here and host the Tonight Show on February the 28th. Would you welcome, please, George Carlin.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Oh, hi, how are you? That's good. Because I was going to mention a place that we all go, and just to quickly get into it, you know, the supermarket. A lot of little things happen to us there that we all know. We don't get to talk about them. They're just tiny things that happen. Have you ever selected an item at the supermarket and mistakenly begin to put it in someone else's basket? And you feel alien for a moment, you know? Whoa! I almost put that in his basket. My basket. My basket. One with the macaroni and the cupcakes. That's always mine. Just looking for a balanced meal. Have you ever walked away with someone else's cart by mistake and they really get mad? Hey, come here, hey! That's my stuff! Not yet, it isn't. Still belongs to everyone. And if I want to shop out of your cart, I'll shop out of your cart. You have any scallions in there? Sure. Did you ever look in someone else's cart and say, ooh, damn, look what they eat. Ugh. Canary mix. Here's a trick you can do with the cart, sort of a cart trick. Pardon me for that. But it's an easy one. You can practice at home. Fill your cart. Get that grocery cart full. A mound of groceries. And fill the bottom part up, too. You know what goes there. Case of Shasta, large box of Tide. Fill it up good. Get a monster going. And go on down to the checkout line and look for a man with just one item. Ask him if you can get ahead of him. Pardon me. Mind if I get ahead? I only have a full cart. I think they owe us a couple of those, you know. Did you ever try to go through the express lane with more than the prescribed number of items? And you have to give them the quick count, you know. 1. 66 packages of Franks. It's one item. The best way to shop in the supermarket, I've found, is to be a little hungry. Don't eat for a couple of days. 2 days is enough. After that, you begin to hallucinate and all the items look the same, you know? Couple of days, build up a good appetite. There are some people that even add to this. They smoke 8 joints and take $500 and go to the supermarket. You buy everything. Canned cans. Just what I need. And the things you really love, you buy 2 of them. Because you know you're going to eat one of them as soon as you get home. Look at that, Marge. I love that. I'm going to eat that as soon as I get home. But you get on a while down through a couple of aisles under this condition. And you found that, well, you've bought a little too much. You have a motorcade of carts. Complete with tow hitches, reflector raincoats. Let them in. And you realize, well, I've lost control again. And you have to put some of the expensive items back, such as canned ham. Canned, who needs it? $8? Boom, ham. But in the supermarket, it's wonderful, because when you put things back, you put them back anywhere. They expect that. Put it anywhere, Marge. Put the ham in with the coconuts. They don't mind. They have guys who straighten that stuff out. Guys with purple fingers. That's right. They come around at midnight. In the morning, everything is back. I'm kind of a sucker, but I wanted to mention one other part. Do you ever shop in a supermarket that's near a freak neighborhood, or what used to be called a beatnik neighborhood or a hippie neighborhood? Any supermarket near a university will do. Any place where the folks, yes, where the folks are altering their beings from time to time. Go in a supermarket like that and take a look at the cookie section. Looks like a war zone, man. Half the packages are open. And all the good cookies are gone. Where the hell are the Malomars? We can't get them in the store. They line up at the truck for Malomars. You know, and there's always lots of rotten cookies. You know those lousy cookies? Local cookies. Jim's cookies. 63 varieties. You can't make cookies in 62 tries. Leave me out, man. I don't want to be part of your experiment, Jim. But I am kind of a, like most of us, I'm a sucker on the checkout line. I'm an impulse buyer. If it's hanging up, I want it. Let me have a case of C batteries, please. Thank you. A dozen razors. Subscription to Woman's Day. How about that cash register? Is that for sale? A mighty nice model. I even buy things people drop out at the checkout, you know? Hey, tartar sauce. Must be a sale, Marge. I got the last one. And to finish this, I gotta buy the bargain of the week. How can you resist the bargain of the week, which is usually a garbage can full of juicy fruit. 44 cents. We'll never need gum again, Marge. I believe we should try to do that. Each of us pick out one commodity that we know we're going to need and buy all of them that we'll ever need. Give me 66 pairs of sneakers, please. And then you have that off your mind. You'll never have to buy sneakers again. Thank you. Good night. Later, baby.
Great observation. All the good humor comes out of truth, right?
Sure does.
I think. You just
Sure
take it
does.
and
Bend
say
it a little
things.
bit, yeah.
You know what bugs me when we were doing that? Are these proliferation of commercials with the housewives. The hidden camera thing,
In the
which
store.
they've been doing for years, and now that they're everything. I get the feeling those housewives will do anything they ask them. You ever notice they'll try any soap, they will eat anything that is thrust upon them by complete strangers. I think they could give them a revolver and say, would you shoot yourself with this revolver, Certainly. I
You'll
want
pay for the T-shirt.
That's right. If you get the bloodstains out, they will do anything. Complete strangers, giving them food. Weird.
Johnny, apropos of that, we did a thing once on the Mike Douglas show where we set up out in the street in Philadelphia, and we had people come at random, and the production staff gathered them as if they would be in a real commercial. I was much less known then. I could get away with it more, had on glasses. And we asked them, at least 12 or 15 of them, Johnny, which pile is better? And one pile of towels were white as can be, and the other were gray. They were bad news, and they weren't gray towels. They were white towels that were gray. And I swear to you, 14 of the 15, when I would say to them, that my thing was, they would pick the white pack, and then I would say, look, this was my first commercial. And I would have to try to tout them, and they would go every time. The last guy, black dude, said, man, I wouldn't have that in my house.
Oh, damn gray.
Damn gray.
We'll take a break. We're coming right back. I love watching you work because every time I see somebody that's creative, it gets your own mind going. Every time you see somebody. Another thing people do in supermarkets it kind of bugs you is when they yell out the price of something you're buying. So everybody in the place knows.
Yeah. Or if you're checked, they gotta look at Harry Billy, check! You know,
Right. You ordered the
Everybody's gonna
thing, you
look at
know.
my check. Yeah.
You're buying crazy. Somebody told me that, was it the last album that they did in Sweden?
Well, it's one of the early ones. It was Class Clown, the second
Right.
one.
And they, Swedish performer over there,
Yeah, two of them, a team.
did with your permission, I assume, of
Yeah,
course, and
right.
translated it and did it in Swedish, and it was a
Yeah.
big success.
It's a hit over there. It's Class Clown. They had an album, and they've done albums before and been successful with them.
Right.
And they just, it's like, I feel like a songwriter who gets his song covered by another artist. Yes, J.P. Morgan did my tune, Sammy Davis. I got two guys in Sweden who did one of my pieces, translated into Swedish. And it's nice because it's Class Clown, which is all about how you misbehave in school, how you attract attention. And to hear two guys getting laughs almost verbatim, and I don't know the language.
Yeah, people are going, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's
They
good.
go right through the belching. He does a much better belch than I do.
Yeah. Can you tell whether the inflection, of course, you couldn't tell because you don't know the language. So you wouldn't know exactly the shadings of the words.
There are words like first, and I heard him getting to Klassens Clown, first, and I knew that meant he was the first to do certain things,
Right.
and sure enough, he went, it's like hearing yourself if you had lived somewhere else. It's weird.
You used to get yourself in trouble in several places.
Yeah.
Because you talked about words, you know, that we all use, and showing that words themselves are kind of silly in the context.
Harmless, really.
Do you still find that anymore? Has there been a lessening of that, or?
Oh, yeah. I never got in trouble.
People still don't like to hear certain kind of words, I guess, just for whatever it is, might embarrass them, or...
I always assume they won't come to my show
Right.
if they don't like, or at least are not open to it. But no, I've always liked words in general, and at the one time I still do. It's still part of
Right.
my show and everything. But there are words that aren't so fearful, that are just plain old regular words that are fun. Because we all know this. I'm setting up a small premise for myself.
Yeah.
Hot water heater. Now, why would you want to buy a hot water heater? Hot water doesn't need to be heated. You want a cold water heater. Or a hot water cooler.
Hot water cooler.
We have things like flammable, inflammable,
That would always, when I was growing up, I never knew when I'd drive behind a truck.
non-inflammable, though. Why should there be three?
That's right.
Doesn't it seem to you as though two words ought to be
Flammable.
able to handle that concept?
Flammable, inflammable.
Yes. Either the thing flams or it
Or it doesn't flam. Maybe they should just put that. This flams.
Right. That would handle it for me.
You got it now.
But I found that flammable is the one on the truck, as you say. It's usually on the truck, flammable, as if you're going to get out of your car at 60 miles an hour and smoke on his truck. Right? The reason it is on there, the reason they say flammable is so that just in case you should be spinning out of control at 60, about to hit the truck, you'll know what was going on. Gives you a chance to make plans. Put out cigarettes, put out cigarettes.
Look, let me read. That's like when you drive down the street and you see live nudes.
All right, what other one do I
there's
want to look at?
dead people lying around in there? Of course, you know, that's no great kick at all.
There's another one, beach closed, and I really stare very long and hard at the beach itself when I
Beach?
see that sign. Yes, I look down and say, the sand seems to be all in place. The water's coming in, man.
Beach closed.
Yes. All right, how about now, boned chicken. This goes along with things like jumbo shrimp, for which I cannot. I look at the menu and I wonder what they're going to bring. Jumbo shrimp. I mean, is it a large shrimp or is it a small jumbo? What am I going to get?
How about a full quart?
All right, yes. Just to
Now,
be
they use
sure.
that all the time in advertising. A full quart. No kidding.
That's
Not 27 ounces. We're getting a full quart. What else? A quart's a quart.
Semi-boneless ham.
Fool around with that, Charlie. What
I
is
say
that?
to the
What's
man,
that mean?
well, what's in there? And he says, I don't know, but I don't know. I knew. The kid can't talk too well. What I know what isn't there is there's no semi-bones. We take them out right away. Or boned chicken. Now, you've bought a jar. It comes in jars of boned chicken. Where are the bones? I mean, deboned would mean they're gone.
Deboned.
Boned chicken, I expect a bunch of bones in there. A semi-truck driver, you figure a guy who can only steer one way. Yeah?
We got to do something about this language and get this cleared up immediately. We'll be right back. That's simple enough.
Sure is.